Right now at 6, a squad car ablaze after a high-speed pursuit, the overnight chase that crossed county lines. And calm outside, but storms are on the way. We'll tell you when they arrive and what to expect.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Kozorowski. Emily is off tonight. We begin with the weather. We had some showers pass through during the afternoon hours in the Coulee region, but there are some chances for some evening storms. And for the latest on how we're tracking all that out, let's go over to Greg.
Yeah, we still got some activity that's going to be on its way right now. Some actually has occurred over towards Rusk County. Continue to see a little bit of thunderstorm activity, but that's more just general thunderstorms. We're seeing a line that'll begin to progress eastward overall. Right now, that severe thunderstorm watch there, if you see in the the pink area, basically that is until 10 p.m. and that is for Douglas and Pepin counties. Now, as you go further north of that area, actually to Eau Claire and up to Rice Lake, that's just general light rain or even thunderstorms, and really some of that's not still yet reaching the ground. So our focus really is going to be probably further south to the west as we go throughout the time frame. As you kind of zoom up, you can kind of see that's the activity further south. And if we zoom up, there's a line that really has a little bit of bow. Now, there isn't a severe thunderstorm warning on that for yet, but it's a special weather statement. But that is what we're going to kind of keep an eye on that. And you can kind of see it will progress southeast, 7 p.m. Rochester, and then eventually as we get later in the night, 8 p.m., it starts to push a little bit further southeast, but it does slow down a bit. So that gives me an indication it may start weakening after 9 p.m. By the time we get to about 10, that line now is across La Crosse to Black River Falls, all the way down to Mason City. It's more just probably general thunderstorms with some gusty winds, maybe some small hail. And eventually as we get to 11 p.m., it starts to push east of the area. So overall, we'll kind of time the rest of that out and then give you the indication of what Easter is going to look like, whether it's going to be the happy dog or it's going to be the really mean, just darn right ugly dog that's not very happy.
Hey, I was going to say more stoic than everything
well, you know,
else.
She's a little bit unhappy with the weather.
A tough crowd. Thanks, Greg. Well, a reminder with Greg's forecast, you can always track weather 24/7 with our First Warn weather app. You can find it easily on the App Store or on Google Play. A reduced bond for a Northside shooting suspect. It is now $1,000 bond for Jason Moran. The 19-year-old allegedly shot a victim in the arm during a fight on Logan Street. Moran's bond was originally set at $100,000 and has been reduced multiple times now. Earlier, a lawyer told us it's common for a case to have multiple bond reduction hearings.
Well, bond is really tied to the presumption of innocence, that we don't use bond as a tool to punish people based on what they've been accused of. We try to balance the safety of the community with the right of somebody to live their lives and defend themselves, because until a jury or a judge says otherwise, that person is presumed innocent.
If released, Moran will be placed under GPS house arrest and won't be allowed to contact anyone else involved in the case. Gary Day made his initial appearance in Dodge County Court today. Day is accused of abducting pregnant Beaver Dam teenager Sophia Franklin. He's believed to be the baby's father. The judge set his bond at $2 million. Deputies arrested Day earlier this month in Nebraska. Franklin is safe and back with her family. The Menominee teen accused in a fatal hit and run is bound over for trial. 17-year-old Addison Bowell appeared in Dunn County Court today. She faces Class D felony charges of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle and hit and run involving death. Bowell allegedly struck and killed 54-year-old Ann Seidel while driving under the influence in the township of Dunn last month. The teen remains held on a $100,000 cash bond. A squad car caught fire after a high-speed chase last night. Multiple agencies were involved in the two-county pursuit. The suspect was wanted by the Wisconsin Probation and Parole. The vehicle fled from Monroe County before crashing near Millston. Officers then pursued the suspect on foot. Shortly after parking to chase the suspect, a squad car caught fire. No one was injured. We now know the identity of the suspect who led Eau Claire police on a chase that left officers injured and multiple squad cars damaged back on April 3rd. Police responded to reports of a vehicle driving on a bike trail. Officers say 41-year-old Nathan Stevens led them on a chase into oncoming traffic. It ended in a field off Prospect Drive. 3 officers were hurt and 7 squad cars damaged. Stevens is facing multiple charges. It is a big honor for the UW La Crosse Police Department. It now has full accreditation from the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Accreditation Group. The department is among only 8% of college and university police departments that achieve this status.
We are a department of only 14 sworn officers. Only 8% have achieved accreditation. So for us, this is a big deal. It really shows our commitment to professionalism and our professional development as a police department as a whole.
As part of the accreditation process, UWL's policies, management, and services are all looked at. A major project is coming to the city of Hillsborough. It'll offer up some much-needed daycare. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the story.
Right now, I'm standing in front of the future home of a new $1.2 million daycare and senior recreation center. Communities across Wisconsin are facing a child care crisis.
I've got grandkids and some young ones, and they're always looking for daycare.
According to the Department of Children and Families, Hillsborough doesn't have a licensed child care provider.
There's very little, especially in terms of a bigger capacity center. It's mostly in-home daycare.
There's one in Union Center that takes on a lot of kids, but and some of the smaller ones around town that have 4 or 5 kids here and there, but nothing like going in over here.
The center is a collaboration between the city, St. Peter's Lutheran Church, and Caliber Properties. It will offer 33 child care slots and hopefully become a licensed provider with the state.
That's a good check of making sure the quality is good, but then also that way lower income families would be able to get state assistance, which is definitely in our area.
The building will also serve as a spot for community and senior gatherings. They hope to finish the building this summer and open in the fall. Hillsborough, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Toma Parks and Recreation just got a nice donation. The Health Community Foundation donated $2,500. The foundation's president says the contribution will assist families with their children's health.
It's very important to support our local community, and especially in the case of the recreation center, where we know that by helping little people, we're helping their parents and their family, and that takes a lot of stress off, I have to believe, those parents and family members.
A new infant area in that space is expected to be done in May. Versity and the La Crosse County Health Department partnered up for their April blood drive. It was at the Health and Human Services building over on 4th Street. Appointments ran from 9:30 this morning to 2:30 in the afternoon.
Donations typically go to patients that are going through cancer, sickle cell disease, traumatic accidents, or organ donors. So there's always typically a need for blood supply.
If you missed this one, there's another blood drive set to happen in June. Local college students with green thumbs are helping the community bloom. Western Technical College Landscape Horticulture Club students hosted their annual spring plant sale. The funds made at this sale will go toward the club's activities and events.
Like, people give themselves a discredit when it comes to plants. Some people say like they got a brown thumb or something, but just gotta find what works for you and it'll happen.
This year, a new Touch Club members potted plants for customers. The 5th annual Green Goose Chase kicks off today. Participants tackle over 40 missions aligned with the UN Good Life Goals, aimed at creating a cleaner, safer, and healthier driftless region. Teams can gain points on the Green Goose app, where they can submit photos and videos and get a location tag.
I would really like our community to just get involved in play, whether you're creative or competitive or someone who likes to get it out in our community. The Green Goose Chase has something for everyone.
The environmental challenge ends at Myrick Park's Earth Fair coming up on the 27th. A campus on lockdown, the deadly incident at Florida State University that has shocked the community.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Neighbors Day returns Saturday, April 26th. Neighbors Day is a family-friendly volunteer event for the community to come together to help their elderly and disabled neighbors spruce up their yard for spring. This is a great way to get outside, help others, and make a difference in your community. For more information, visit our website today.
Improving your home, improving your life with new entry doors. Few things in your home get the constant use of the entry door. Older entry doors are often hard to open, hard to close, drafty, cold, ugly, insecure, or all of these things, a source of daily misery. Correctly installed entry doors provide a safety and security for your family. They are easy to operate, provide comfort, and say welcome to family and friends. Call or visit the Board Store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store.
From the creators of bacon, Applewood smoked ham, ham and Swiss melts, 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meats.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
A suspect is in custody following a mass shooting at Florida State University in Tallahassee. Authorities report 2 people are dead and 5 others injured with gunshot wounds. The suspect, identified as the son of a Florida sheriff's deputy, was shot during an exchange of gunfire with police. Multiple agencies responded to the campus after reports of an active shooter at the Student Union around noon.
I was completely in shock. I didn't think this could happen at Florida State. I mean, we're a pretty safe campus, but yeah, this is just like unheard of to me. I never been in a school shooting before, active shooter. This is like first time for me, and I was honestly in shock. My hands were shaking, just adrenaline kicked in, and I really didn't know what to do. I started tearing up, just like I was scared.
All classes and events at Florida State have been canceled for the remainder of the day as the investigation continues. The Department of Homeland Security is threatening to strip Harvard University of its eligibility to host international students. This comes amid a funding freeze and potential loss in Harvard's tax-exempt status. Lee Waldman brings us the latest.
A battle is ramping up between Harvard University and the Trump administration. Wednesday, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem sent Harvard a scathing letter demanding detailed records of Harvard's foreign student visa holders' illegal and violent activities by April 30th, 2025, or face immediate loss of student and exchange visitor program certification. A spokesperson for the university said late Wednesday Harvard is aware of the letter and that it will not surrender its independence or relinquish its constitutional rights. The DHS letter also refers to anti-Semitism, but doesn't outline specific incidents. Andrew Crespo, a Harvard professor and general counsel, says this isn't about anti-Semitism.
This is a president who, when he was campaigning for office, said that he didn't like what was taught at America's universities and that he was going to bankrupt them unless they started teaching something different.
This comes as the IRS is making plans to rescind the tax-exempt status of Harvard, according to 2 sources. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon suggests Harvard wouldn't be the only university looked at by the IRS.
I've only heard the reference right now to Harvard, but I think if IRS looks at it, they might look at it across other universities, but that's a guess on my part.
The administration has already blocked more than $2 billion in funding from the nation's oldest university after Harvard rejected the Trump administration's demand for policy changes at the school. Thursday, dozens of universities and colleges across the U.S. are planning a national day of action to push back against what organizers say is, quote, escalating repression at home. In New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Definitely have stormy conditions throughout the night until maybe about midnight. And then we have actually more activity going on that actually could impact your Friday morning commute and even more for your Friday PM commute. We'll break all that down and then show you what the Easter weekend looks like coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed, just $59.99 after $10 rebate. Now with 25% more lawn coverage, up to 15,000 square feet per bag, Weed and Feed clears out pesky dandelions, clover, and more. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, in original.
We
have a very special bond, I think, as a family. Spectrum is the connecting thread to everything we do.
It provides us with reliability, lightning speeds, and allows us to do what we need to do in our lives.
From school to homework to entertainment, Spectrum's the perfect match for me and my family.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
Looking to upgrade your home? Save big this month at Wesco in Sparta. Buy one furniture item at regular price and get the second at 50% off. Or buy 2 items at regular price and get the third at 75% off. Want to save even more? Buy 3 items at regular price and get the 4th absolutely free. Don't miss out. Shop Wesco in Sparta today. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
Yeah, we definitely have storms coming through tonight. Actually, some areas are already seeing it, but the main line really is going to be coming here from about 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. through the area. And it could be at least strong storms, potentially severe, but they should be weakening as they come through. So we'll have to keep an eye on. Otherwise, we have another round that could impact the Friday morning commute. This would be probably south of I-90 or at least along I-90 from about 5 to 8 a.m. Those will lift up from Iowa, so that could be strong too. We'll keep an eye on that. Once that passes, we'll see additional showers going to Friday afternoon with some daytime heating, and then even Friday evening too with showers, mainly just showers, not expecting too much in the way of thunderstorms, and definitely not severe weather going on for Friday, but it will be cooler given the cloud cover. We're still under that slight risk just west of the Mississippi, and that's where really the damaged winds and small hail could be the problem. Once this line pushes further east, it's going to weaken, but still we could see some small hail, maybe some gusts above 40 to 50, even further east as these storms begin to push to that. So that's what we're looking at right now, and as I mentioned, the hail still is one threat, but really the winds are the secondary threat we'll have to keep an eye on. Both could be coming through. Here's the line right now. They've actually dropped a few of the watches further west because this line is pushed east. Generally, if you go further north of Twin Cities towards Rice Lake and Eau Claire, that's just general light rain or some embedded thunderstorms. A lot of this still hasn't reached the ground yet. The main line that we're watching is just entering Rochester, and that white box is a special weather statement indicating winds could get up to 50 miles per hour. So if you're along highway going on Interstate 90, that is really probably going to be the road that's going to be impacted with this line coming through, and that's the one that we're going to keep an eye on if it continues to show a kind of this bow feature or line feature that it'll continue to press east. So southeast Minnesota, I think, is really going to be one to keep an eye on, and you can kind of see as we go on to 7 p.m. generally it's south of that line will push through Rochester. By the time we get to about 8:30, it'll probably be Winona if it stays together. It extends all the way up to Eau Claire to Ladysmith, but that line generally is just going to be thunderstorms and just rain going on. Then that line will begin to push further east. If it holds together, it'll be around 9 to 10. Then it kind of slows down, kind of expands a little bit, and then it begins to kind of stall out, and then it's a period of showers and thunderstorms coming through probably La Crosse through about 9:30 to maybe 11:30, and then pushes further east. So it's really by the time it gets east of the river, if we're going to see much in the way of any type of strong thunderstorms, we're definitely going to have stormy weather going on at least till midnight. Then it'll push east, and then we have a next round of to keep an eye on for the morning commute, and this does have potential to be some strong, and they'll begin to approach the area by about 4:30 and then push in, and you can see some pretty healthy thunderstorms right there pushing out across. So those could be strong, maybe some small hail with that also. That'll track through the area by about 8 a.m. It'll probably be east of the area. If you're further north, you probably won't see any of this. We'll keep an eye on this. Otherwise, throughout the rest of the afternoon, as I mentioned, once you get in the afternoon of Friday afternoon, you're going to see a lot more pop-up showers, maybe a few thunderstorms too, very small, but it's going to be kind of a showery type of afternoon and evening as we go on to that. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Good news Saturday, we dry out. Bad news is we do have rain coming back in for Easter Sunday. evening and night. Unfortunately, that does make for a wet going into early Monday. We do dry out finally by the middle of next week, with temperatures getting back up to the mid to upper 60s, maybe a 70 possible by Tuesday, and then we get more unsettled towards the end of the week. So just got to stay tuned for more updates on the activity this evening, but we'll have more tomorrow too, even for the morning commute.
Yeah. All right. Busy next few hours ahead for you.
Yep, it is.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, time for Dame time. An important update on the Bucks' elite point guard as the playoffs near. Plus the heartwarming moment at a Brewers game you may have missed and what it meant to one of the crew's youngest stars. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Make this spring the season of you with the Bedroom Refresh from Ashley. Transform your bedroom into a serene retreat starting at $499.99. Plus get 0% interest for 60 months when you buy in store. Only at Ashley. Shop in store and online.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. And at Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it. By offering best-in-class products and dependable solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. So when the work's all done, you can find value to enjoy the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you'll ever see.
And as you can see, me and you are both having trouble starting to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that you're breathing in every day.
Yeah.
Like 50% of the air in the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is coming from down here.
Yes, sir.
How's your crawl space looking? You say we're going to be here a while.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get busy.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
Relax and recharge with a new mattress from Ashley. Transform your sleep with the all-new Sealy Posturepedic collection starting at $7.99 with precision-fit coils arranged right where you need them for targeted support. Shop in-store and online. Only at Ashley.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, as we inch closer to the playoffs on Saturday, there was some news released about the status of Bucks guard Damian Lillard, and if you're a Bucks fan, it is some good news. The team today putting out a statement saying that Dame has been cleared for full basketball activity as the deep vein thrombosis in his right calf has subsided and he is no longer on blood-thinning medication. He will not play in Game 1 against the Pacers, but his ramp-up begins for a potential return in that opening series. Reports even say that doctors told Bucks officials that a recovery of this magnitude has never been seen before.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this could have been career-threatening, or it was, you know, and the fact that there's a very good chance that he's going to play in the playoffs for us, you know, that's a godsend.
And on the baseball side of things in Milwaukee, the organization today announcing that Oliver Dunn is being sent down to AAA. And while it's not official yet, Brewers insider Adam McCalvy reporting that Caleb Durbin, who was acquired in the Devin Williams trade, will be called up as a corresponding move. Dunn was hitting just 167 in 36 at-bats with the Crew. Durbin, meanwhile, had a 278 average with the Nashville Sounds with 2 home runs and 5 doubles in 13 games. No Brewers game today, but this is just too good to share from, not to share from yesterday. That right there is Ed Miklavich, the 105-year-old World War II veteran and the second oldest living survivor of the attack on Pearl Harbor. He threw out the first pitch at yesterday's game, a special moment. And after the game, in an interview, Sal Frelick said he credited Ed for his home run and that, quote, "There's very few superheroes in the world, and he is one of them." And let's stick with the pro sports in Wisconsin theme. A list of active and former players announcing picks for teams at the NFL Draft next was released. For the Packers, Mason Crosby, Amon Green, James Jones, Jordy Nelson, Clay Matthews, Jerry Kramer, and Dave Robinson will all be announcing selections for Green Bay. A plethora of former Badgers will also be on stage announcing other former NFL teams. And great lineup for sure. Kate and I will be at the draft, so make sure you tune in for that content next weekend.
Heck yeah.
Looking forward to that. But just back to that story with Sal Frelick, that's too good not to talk about. I mean, the guy looked like he was so happy. It's great to see the guys fist bumping him and giving him handshakes as he was being wheeled off as well. So just a very cool moment.
A very heartwarming moment, bridging two generations like that, and Sal essentially, calling him a hero.
Yeah.
Absolutely well-deserved. And he said afterward it was the handshake that gave him that extra power to get that solo home run, which I believe is Sal's first of the year.
Absolutely, sure was.
So the power of...
we need more Ed. More Ed, right?
Yeah, every home game. Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks.
Greg's got one final look of your forecast right after this.
Cooley Carpet has always been more than just carpet, and now the name will reflect that. Cooley Floors and Design. Along with the brand new name, there's a fresh new look to the showroom. Don't worry, Cooley Floors and Design still has the same great team at the same convenient location. Ready to elevate your space? The design consultants will take the time to discuss your dreams, needs, and your budget. Cooley Floors and Design will accompany you through every step, from expert advice to professional installation. Visit Cooley Floors and Design on Mormon Cooley Road for a fresh new look.
Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment. Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot! Shut up!
On GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
All right, definitely keep the app handy this evening as storms will be approaching, especially southeast Minnesota, too. Keep an eye on that this evening, and more tomorrow, too.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. We'll see you at 10.